You know this to be the truth, but you're feeling this way, and that's your truth.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
Let me explain if you didn't get that. So, I know I have an amazing life. I know everything is going well. That's the truth. Period. No matter who looks at it, unless they're projecting their own feelings, if you look at my life, I have a really good life. That's the truth. It speaks to my soul. I know that on a core level is true. But sometimes my feelings are not coherent with this truth. And then that's my truth. So how I'm feeling is I feel like my life has fallen apart. How I'm feeling is I feel like my self-confidence in my body is not the same. It's never going to be the same. It's hopeless. I'm stuck. I'm scared. And then that's my truth in the moment. And guess what? That's my reality, even though I know it's not the truth. That's why I'm so adamant on routines, rituals, schedules, and commitments to yourself, because that is the bridge to get you back to the truth and to live in the knowing that you have an amazing life regardless of what season you're in, regardless of what your outer circumstances look like. When you can cultivate that peace internally, it doesn't matter what the outside circumstances are, because I was doing the inner work and I was very aggressive at doing the inner work and controlled my environment when I was living out of my car, and I was incredibly happy. Why? Because I was very adamant on doing the work outside, I was very adamant on doing the work inside, and I was very adamant on controlling my environment to make sure that my triggers were not there. It was just peace, it was bliss, and I know that that is the truth. But sometimes you get so stuck in your truth that you're blind to the truth. The changes in your outer world will start to reflect the work that you're doing in there. I was just sitting on the couch a few nights ago thinking, in this very apartment, the amount of times I've walked into it in my mind, in a visualization, the amount of days I've had it on my lock screen on my phone is absolutely crazy. For 3 years straight, I visualized living in this apartment. I visualized walking into this apartment. I visualized my morning in this apartment, my afternoon in this apartment, my night in this apartment, my routine, da-da-da-da-da. And here we are today. The proudness, and I'm not talking like the ugly pride, like I just mean that really good peaceful feeling where you know you did the right thing. And alignment on a soul level comes from going through it and sticking to your word when it's hard and just checking off the things, because you realize that the payoff and the reward by doing it when it's difficult is going to be there multiplied by 100, because you stuck through it when it was hard. Have a routine that can actually be achieved. Have some habits that can actually be achieved, and allot an amount of time that you dedicate to yourself. That way you can continue to build yourself through this. If you look back on your personal development journey and you realize that every time it got hard, you put your personal development journey on pause, you're gonna see a lot of wasted time, a lot of opportunities that you just left behind that you could have maximized on. And I believe that at the end of your life, you don't want to feel that heavy feeling of stones unturned. I believe that in the moment, even when it's very challenging, you want to push yourself. I remember there's this football team, a coach gave an amazing speech. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, maybe you don't, but I think it's called The Inches All Around Us, or maybe that's just a line that stuck with me. Regardless, the premise of the speech is that there is inches all around us of growth that we can choose to take or choose to not take. And those inches of growth that are all around us are, for instance, you set an alarm, you really don't feel like waking up, but you chose to push yourself 1 inch. Or you have just anger inside of you and you look at the people that are surrounding you and you choose to either be kind and have a longer fuse that day, or you choose to have a short fuse and go off. But that's an inch when you're choosing that growth. And so you can literally get miles ahead with the inches that are all around us and all of those different opportunities that present themselves for personal growth to show up better and to continue to improve yourself.